Greetings, family. So this is basically going to be a video on how I fucked around and found out when it came down to my health and my sea moss. So for 2 months, I had stopped taking my sea moss and really and truly started to be distracted with making money. I know I went 4 years. Well, if you don't know, I had went 4 years without clocking into a job. So to be back clocking into a job, to have my business on a hiatus, on top of having my St. Lucia supplier sell his business, I didn't care for that at all. I don't shop with any and everybody. When I found out he sold his business, that's when it was just like, okay, you need to find a new supplier. But of course, with me being in another bag, which is that 9 to 5, I wasn't actively looking for a supplier. I wasn't taking my sea moss. I was just getting up, going to work, clocking off from work and wondering like, oh gosh, how do people do this? How do people go to work and then still maintain a business? Because I am tired. Once again, 4 years without this routine really had me just tired. On top of not taking my nutrients and not even thinking about like, Neke, you're not getting your nutrients. So the job that I was working at, it had me to where I would bring my water bottle, like my water bottle, and I fill it up. And then I realized throughout half the shift, like, damn, you ain't even down in this water. When I'm on my own time, I drink water like a fish. I'm always drinking my water. It's always in my sight. You know, I'm moving around throughout my house. Like, I have just water, so I'm able to see, get some drink. You know what I'm saying? So being at the job, I just wasn't intaking water like I should. On top of that, I wasn't eating like I should. You know, when you work and you get that 30-minute lunch break, you either downing your food and you getting right back to work. I wasn't snacking in between shifts. You know, when I got off from work, I probably would eat again, but I really wasn't eating like I should. On top of that, the stress started to kick in. I do well with controlling my environment. I do a really great job of controlling my environment. Not that I'm a control freak, but if I'm going to thrive, I need to be in control of what I have going on. It became to where things at the job were out of my control and not really being in control, and it started to affect my stress levels. You all, that's literally a cake that I just baked. My health started to become a concern when I realized I was losing weight. The only reason I realized I was losing weight was because my pants just was fitting me just a little looser than usual. You know, like, why are my pants fitting me so loose? I'm already small. It got to a point where, and this is me really saving a lot of time, I ended up quitting the job and was like, you know what, let me go and get my levels checked. In there, and I got on the scale and see how much I weighed. I was like, that's my weight. I haven't been that weight since grade school. So that was very alarming to me. I was told that I was only iron deficient. I didn't feel like I was just iron deficient. So I went there and I ended up getting blood work. After looking at the blood results, that's when it was like, okay, you know, you definitely need to go ahead and up your iron. We sent you some iron tablets at your local pharmacy, this, that, and the third. The pharmacy is probably still waiting on me to pick up those tablets because I'm just not into over-the-counter nutrients. Still hadn't dawned on me, you're not taking your sea moss serious. You have not sourced out a new supplier. You haven't, you know, just the whole business just still wasn't clicking for me. So, you know, I ended up getting a phone call. Hey, you know, we need you to come back and do some more blood work. There's something that I'm a little concerned with when it comes down to your levels. I was referred to a hematologist. Now y'all know what a hematologist, now we talking about blood. I was told my B12 levels were extremely low. When I say you're supposed to be at a 14, I was at an 11. Okay, when your B12 is low, your iron is affected, your absorption of nutrients is affected, and that was one of the main reasons why I was losing weight more so putting on weight. I already eat like a bird, but I wasn't maintaining my weight because I did not have the nutrients inside of me to, one, keep the nutrients inside of me, and then on two, just operate my organs like they should. And it started to affect me on, like, when I tell you, like, crazy. One, I realized, Neke, you know how you have some people that say, well, I do well under stress? I don't do well under stress. If something does become stressful, if I can control it, I do well. If I can't control it and still have to be a part of it, it's going to affect me. And I think that we should get out of the habit of saying, you know, I do well under stress, because it's just like, no, your body is your body desires to be at a homeostasis level. It desires peace. It desires harmony. So if you don't have that where you are and what you're doing majority of the day, that's going to affect you. Now, it might, you know, with our society having a mindset of go and get the bag, we don't think about it. But when I tell y'all, my body started to show me some things that it was just like, okay, I'm dealing with this, and then I'm dealing with it a little too long. So, of course, everything is divine timing. With me sourcing out a new sea moss supplier, I am back in my zone, in element with taking my nutrients. I am back in my zone with informing people of how important nutrients are, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, well, I eat, you know, that's how I get my nutrition. But are you eating rich, dense, nutrient provided foods? You know, a lot of the things that we eat get cooked down and then we put it in the microwave. All of that is killing the nutrition in the food. If I could leave you with any type of advice, it would be, one, source you out some great supplements. When I say supplements, I'm not talking about your over-the-counter supplements when I say great, because just read your label. Those are isolated nutrients that come from a lab, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But you want to source you out something that you can take often, to where you're getting your nutrients if you're not eating a rich, dense, nutritious diet. You know, I'm not on here to say become a vegan. Nah, this took me a minute to get here. I'm here to say take your nutrition into your own hands. Take your nutrition into your own hands. I can't explain that enough. So with that being said, I am up in my B12. I don't recommend taking sea moss every day, because a lot of us have diets that are high in iodine, whether it be the iodine salt, whether it be a lot of the meat that we eat. But as a vegan, I up my sea moss intake. And I'm just, when I say I'm becoming better, I really mean that. Like, I really mean that. Chasing a bag is just not for me. The bag's gonna chase me. Chasing a bag, nah, it's stressful. And I realized, you know, when I quit my job, the month after, how just peaceful my life switched back to. I realized, Neke, you're exactly where you need to be. I was in my kitchen for a whole month. I was able to do a lot of research. When I tell y'all, I've taken so many courses on just nutrition in general, and just didn't use any of the stuff that I learned. So I was able to just tap back into a lot of the things that I learned in order to understand how to get myself back like I need to be. So yeah, look, 11 minutes later, but I just wanted to come in and inform you all of that. Your girl really had to fuck around and find out, and hopefully this video can be an eye-opener to you if if you're choosing to deal with a toxic environment, whether that be at home, whether that be at work. Some of us become comfortable, not even comfortable, because you know our habits reveal everything, but some of us become distracted by what we're receiving that we don't even realize. Damn, this is a toxic environment. This environment is not feeding me like I should be fed, and our body shows it. So hopefully if you watch this and you're dealing with that, you're able to, one, become aware of it, and then two, ask yourself, like, how am I going to get out of this? And then on the other side, take your nutrients, y'all. Take your nutrients and take them seriously. All right, don't start and then stop. Don't start and then not really allow yourself to know what it is that you're taking. I say that, and I'm just being honest. Them over-the-counter supplements, I digress, but just know. Once you know, you start to grow. As you can see right now, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm back and I'm better. So let me go ahead and get these dishes out the way, because it's never taken me 12 minutes to get dishes out the way. But yeah, fuck around and find out. Visit the website, grab you some sea moss, grab you some sea moss gel, whether you need me as a supplier or whether you just need me to make the gel yourself. Like, get your nutrients. And I appreciate you all in advance. Make a great day.